Hi everyone, welcome to Honey Drops Tarot. This is a reading for the air signs and their twin flame connection. Air signs, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for all of your likes, shares, and subscribes. I truly appreciate it. Just a quick note, please do not fall for any scammers. I will never reach out to solicit for a private reading. I do offer private readings, and if you're interested in signing up for one of those or in making a donation, the information regarding that can be found in the About section of my YouTube page, and I thank you so much in advance. Twins, I hope that you are well. If you're coming to this reading, not really sure about what a twin flame connection is, I've included a link to Gabi Kovalenko's explanation, a full-length explanation and video in the description box below, because I feel as though I could never do a better job than she does in terms of explaining the dynamic, as it can be rather complicated. If you're here as a cross-watcher, welcome. I am speaking to twin flames in separation. So in a nutshell, the twin flame dynamic involves two people that share the same energetic soul. There is always a runner and a chaser, and a separation period between them. And often the runner becomes the chaser becomes the runner. Many people say, and I also have grown to believe this as I am a twin flame myself, that the whole point of the twin flame connection dynamic is not to be reunited with your twin as the end all be all, although if that's what you're hoping for, then I definitely wish that for you. Rather, the twin flame connection is to serve as a starting point, a jumping off point into discovering who we are separately, who we are independently, what our spiritual gifts are, and what our higher calling is. And it is the task of twins to figure this out on their own and to raise the vibration of humanity. So it's no small order. So I provide these readings to help the collective, because help was given to me and I just want to pay it forward. And I owe so much to my twin because of that. So I'm going to be using 3 decks for your reading today, getting the overall energy from the What We've Forgotten Oracle deck, 2 cards from the Wisdom of the Oracle deck to represent you and your twins' energy, and then this beautiful new deck, the Artist Decoded Tarot, new to me anyway. Cards have been pre-shuffled. This is for the air signs: Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. What would you like them to know, Spirit, regarding their twin flame connection? Thank you. The Tao of Flow, number 16, which corresponds to the Tower. Sorry, a lot of cards kind of spilled out, but only one flipped up in the reverse. I mean, in the upright. The Tao of Flow, number 16, the Tower card. Could be dealing with a water sign or have prominent water placements in your chart. Because whenever I think of flow, I think of water. The number 16 Tower card in the Major Arcana, it represents this great shock, this great upheaval. Tower represents something that was built on a shaky foundation and that it needed to be collapsed, released, changed in some way because it was not sustainable. And I see here it's that in this twin flame dynamic, you and your counterpart are embracing this. Okay, Spirit just said sense of surrender. Surrender to what will be. Embracing of your gifts. Embracing of Spirit. I'm sensing, thank you, Spirit. I'm sensing that, or rather, Spirit just showed me the scenario of some of you kind of doubting your connection, whether it was legitimate, whether the twin flame dynamic is real. I can't prove anything to you, and nor can you prove anything to others, but I've met other twin flames in this journey. I kind of feel it. I know it when I start to hear somebody talk about a story about a great love or a great experience with someone, the more and more they talk about it, I start to understand, right? It's not like just a soulmate, which is no small thing. A soulmate is a wonderful thing, but twin is different. A very triggering connection, a very triggering person to you. And by the time we reach an energy like this, we've gone through probably some stages of grief, especially if I'm talking to twins in separation. Stages of grief. What are the stages of grief? I don't even know. Like anger, rejection, or denial. I think that's one. You know what I mean. And it ends on acceptance, right? It's not to say it's an acceptance of separation per se, but it's more an acceptance of the fact that this connection calls for you to love unconditionally, whether or not your person is standing next to you. It's a sense that you can love your twin from a distance and also love yourself up close. That you can embrace all the weird, wonderful, magical parts of who you are, and that you don't need your twin or anyone else to affirm that for you. And when you come into this sense of oneness with yourself and allow what will be to be, right? Embracing it, embracing your gifts, embracing these strange and wonderful synchronicities and happenstances and conversations and connections that you can't explain. They're otherworldly, these dreams, these astral projections. And you can start to really embrace all that. And then you can understand just how extraordinary you are. It's a lot. It's a lot to unpack, and it's a lot to come to terms with. I'm going to get 2 cards. One card for your energy, one card for your twin. And please feel free to flip the energies, as twins often mirror one another. So this card for your twin came out for earth signs, maybe? This is your energy, air signs, number 43, which reduces to a 7. The Chariot card, Cancer energy. Interesting, because I was bringing up water with the Tao of flow, and it says deep knowing. You can see the owl here in the middle, the man in the moon. Deep knowing, it's this sense that I feel like there's this calmness to you. It's not just about surrender, but then it's about acceptance of the downloads that you're getting or the lessons that you're learning. And because you're doing it with grace, not all the time. And Spirit just wanted me to say that, not to call you out, but also to just, we can't always be love and light. I was very not love and light today at work. I'll tell you that. I was the opposite of love and light. Mars is in Cancer right now, and I'm a Cancer, so I was feeling a little Mars energy pretty much for 7 hours straight. But we can't always be love and light, but what we can be is reflective, self-aware, apologetic if we need to be, wise, relentless, but in the most positive way you could use that word, relentless. There's this understanding that you've come to regarding your connection. I feel as though you've come to peace about it, like peace in your heart about it. And you may waver, you may fluctuate from time to time, but I almost want to say you're in a much better position than you were in like a year ago, or however long, like a long span of time within your dynamic. And your person got number 24, which is a 6. Gemini energy with the lovers referenced here. Gemini, you showed up in your own reading. Time for a nap. My twin is a Gemini, and man, he loved to nap. But I love this card. You can see the little fox here. And I said this for whoever I got it for before, earth signs, maybe. This fox, usually foxes as symbols are kind of sneaky and trickstery, and I don't see that in any way here. I see it as innocent. Almost like, hey man, I'm a fox and I get a bad rap. But look at me, I'm an innocent. It's not to say that I'm calling your twin an innocent, but what I am saying is that someplace, because you share the same beautiful soul, that soul is feeling nestled and comforted and needing rest, right? Because sometimes it's just, things can get really intense in the dynamic, and sometimes it exhausts us because we can pick up on the energy of our twin. So if our twin is going through something, we're gonna inadvertently pick up on that energy. So it's almost like they're just pausing. I feel the 4 of Swords energy with that card, just pausing, recuperating. So I'm going to pull 4 cards for the base spread, 4 cards for clarifier. The first 2 cards are your energy, the second 2 are your twins, the third the connection, and the 4th set will be advice from Spirit. Like I said, please feel free to flip the energies if you relate to one pile more than the other. Beautiful. Spirit wants me to look at the bottom of the deck. Wow. Damn. I didn't pull the bottom of the deck for anybody else. You got the Devil card. It's okay. I mean, I get the Devil card all the time, and when I do readings for myself, and I'm just like, why? It's part of the Major Arcana, number 15. It represents Capricorn energy, so you could be dealing with a Capricorn. But this couple right here represents the lovers. The lovers being trapped and bound in this cycle of repeat, in this cycle of codependency or addiction. It's at the bottom of the deck though, so it's something that is kind of murmuring. Spirit just said murmuring in the background, right? There's always the temptation. And if I'm in separation with my twin and I don't speak to him, but every single day this energy pulls at me, just pulls at me every day. Maybe I should call, maybe I should text. And it's like, no, right? Because if he's not going to break the cycle, then I have to do it, right? This cycle where we can't fully embrace the love for ourselves. And so you might be going through something similar. What's underneath that? The 8 of Cups. Walking away from what no longer serves you, right? That's the struggle here. Do I walk away from my twin? Do I walk away from the dynamic? Do I walk away from the idea of what I thought it should be? Very powerful. Let's look at your energy, air signs. You got the 10 of Swords. This is also Gemini energy, and the Queen of Swords in reverse, Libra energy. Libra, you showed up in your own reading in the reverse. So the 10 of Swords, so right off the bat, very much in keeping with your element, because these are both air cards. The cerebral, the thinking, the overthinking, the analysis paralysis, the trapped in our own thoughts, hurt by our thoughts, by the stories we tell ourselves. By regret. Ten of Swords is one of the hardest cards in the deck to deal with. Talks about a leveling, whereas the Tower talks about a leveling of like a situation. The Ten of Swords is like a leveling of the ego or this sense that we're just so beyond. Spirit just wanted me to say the word reprieve. But this is what you're feeling. It's tough. I will say that when we get any of the tens in the minor arcana, ace through 10 in every suit is called the minor arcana. When we get the 10 in the upright, it means that we're moving through this energy. And we're going to go back to the ace. And the ace of swords is epiphany, breakthrough, clarity. Clarified by the Queen of Swords here. Queen of Swords looks for truth in all things. She's very discerning, and she can be very cold. She's been through a lot. She's been through this. When she's in reverse, it's like a refusal to look at something. You know, I'm going to challenge you. Maybe part of this Tao flow, this surrender energy, is to allow this to come to the surface, because I feel like this refusal to look at it means that it's still festering, and there's a part of you in your deep knowing that knows that this has to happen. This has to happen so you have a breakthrough. It's funny, I can't really talk to a lot of people about my twin flame connection because of the stigma around the idea of twin flames, the what I would simply say is the bastardization of what people think twin flames are, right? And some people, they're false flames, absolutely. So I can't really, it's just a hard, if you're not a twin flame, it's just a hard concept. It's just like, why can't you just get over it? Your ex, or your, like, or you never even were with that person. Like, why are you so, like, fixated on them? You're just, like, obsessed with them. Get over it, right? And to that, I would say, well, don't you think twin flames have thought about that already? Probably a million times, that they themselves thought they were crazy, right? So I can't really talk to a lot of people about it, and I dare say that you, as a twin, probably fall in the same boat, because just nobody will get it until you meet another twin. And then it's like a brotherhood or a sisterhood of people that just understand. Like, I've met twins that are runners, and I've met twins that are chasers. I was a chaser, and the people, the two closest people to me that are twins are runners, right? So why is that? Why would I meet two runners as a chaser? You know, I'm no longer hoping, I'm no longer considered a chaser. Only Spirit could tell me that. But why did I meet two runners? I met two runners so that I could understand what my twin was going through, what threat I was to him, right? Or not a threat to his physicality, or a threat to his, maybe a threat to his ego, a threat to his inner child, right? And he for me. So there's something to that there's something here that it's like hard to talk about. And there are not a lot of people, there's not a lot of outlets you can express this to, and yet, even if you just express it to Spirit, express it. No matter how angry or ugly crying, just express it. It's part of the journey too. It's to express yourself and release it, learn from it, transmute it. Can I get a clarifier for the Ten of Swords, please? Wheel of Fortune in reverse, Seven of Wands in reverse. These are the clarifiers. Seven of Wands in the upright talks about blocking. You got it in reverse to clarify. It's Spirit just saying unblock, not necessarily your person, but unblock your heart. Unblock the gate that you put there. Because what does that do? It could prevent you from finding love again. Right? We should never wait for our twin. It's really hard, but we should never wait for our twin. We should just continue about our lives, right? Embrace the beauty, embrace the light, embrace the magnificence of what life has in store for us. Wheel of Fortune in reverse. This is the wheel of divine timing, good luck and good fortune in reverse. It's almost like the wheel can't turn until you release the blockage, right? Isn't that what they always say about abundance? Abundance blockages. Like there's something that we're doing energetically that is preventing us from experiencing the fullness of the abundance that wants to come in. Like, how different would this image look if her arms were crossed? Just like, no, I refuse. I refuse this light. I mean, in a way, isn't that what a heart is capable of doing, right? For your person's energy, Three of Cups, Six of Swords. Three of Cups talks about celebrating with a community. Can talk about drinking too. There's something to that. Because I don't usually talk about it like drinking per se, but it can talk about drinking and sometimes drinking. The Spirit just said drinking to forget. A person could be drinking to forget and trying to move on. Six of Swords is moving from choppy waters to calm waters. They could be in a karmic situation right now. Could be with a karmic. It's not for everybody, but I see somebody kind of trying to drink their problems away. They were wanting to move, though. They want to get out of a situation that's not good for them. Can I have a clarifier for the Six of Swords, please, Spirit? Page of Cups, Queen of Pentacles. I think they want to offer an apology. Page of Cups talks about a gesture of love, friendship, or apology. Small towards this Queen of Pentacles. But the thing about it is, Queen of Pentacles, Pentacles energy is earth energy. Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. Queen of Pentacles is somebody who's really beautiful, abundant, generous, is very steeped in the earthly, the material world. Has a lot going for them. Can a page talk to a queen? A page is not at a queen's level, but they want to make their approach. This is you, obviously. You know, it's really bizarre. It's like this weird, often in the Page of Cups, there's a fish inside the cup, but I kind of see this as like a weird fish head. I mean, it's very disconcerting to me because he's almost wearing it like a hat. I feel like your twin is well, what I wanted to say was a ham, like a jokester, or uses humor to okay, Spirit said pacify a situation. That could have pissed you off. Like cracking a joke when there's something serious happening. Or maybe this is you, air signs, I don't know. But I was asking for a clarifier for these cards for your person. Somebody wants to approach somebody who they feel is out of their league. Okay. For the connection, Knight of Cups in the reverse and the Moon. The Moon is Major Arcana. Number 18, Pisces energy. Sometimes attributed to Cancer, but mainly Pisces. Could be dealing with a Cancer or a Pisces. The Knight of Cups. This is the Knight of Cups in the upright. Knight of Cups is very authentic. Approaches somebody in kind of a hasty manner and wants to declare love or friendship very earnestly. But this is the connection right now. Number one, I don't see either of you really moving at a breakneck speed to talk to one another. And two, if you got there, it's like a Spirit just said, you might be speaking in tongues. What does that mean? It's almost, because the Moon is all about secrets, illusion, and confusion. So it's like one of these situations where you might say something to your twin, but you're not saying what you mean. Like there's that humor, deflection, energy, and instead of just bringing to the surface what one feels authentically, because the Knight of Cups is in reverse, so it's kind of inauthentic as well. It might just come out, it's just like, oh, you know, it's supposed to rain at the end of the week. What? Why are you, like, and? Why are you texting me that? Something to break the ice, something to, you know, it's talking about the weather, but what they really want to talk about is the fact that they love you unconditionally. I mean, two levels of conversation that are not happening. Either of those is not happening to the people that I'm talking to. Can I get a clarifier? Thank you, Spirit. 3 cards came out. 2 of Cups in reverse, 3 of Wands in reverse, 4 of Pentacles. Yeah, 2 Cups in reverse, really not connecting to our higher self or our twin, right? Like it's like they're sitting there, like this is a divine partnership in the minor arcana, or the connection of you and your higher self, your higher aspect, having a cup of coffee. It's in reverse. 3 of Wands, no longer, you know, somebody's not willing to wait anymore. There's a sense of impatience. 4 of Pentacles, a little bit defensive about what we have. I've worked hard for what I have. I have to hold on to it, even if it's my self-respect. Accurate. Doesn't matter how much I love my twin unconditionally. Are we willing to put up with things that disrespect us? The answer should be no. That's not Spirit saying that. That's Honey saying that. Very difficult. Difficult, especially if you're the chaser. Advice from Spirit. Page of Wands. Queen of Cups. Page of Wands. Queen of Cups. Cancer energy. Again. The Page of Wands is just like setting out on a new adventure. maybe as part of this deep knowing is you studying the ancients. Anytime I see the pyramids, I automatically, the spirit's like going through the Rolodex in my head. It's the ancients. Ancient wisdom. Esoteric wisdom. Queen of Cups talks about somebody who is open, open, loving, giving and forgiving, compassionate. That's what Spirit's advice is, that there could be times when you don't feel that way. Part of the thing that's going to further make you extraordinary as a human being is your ability to be compassionate. It's difficult, but Spirit wants you to try. That's your reading, air signs. I hope that it resonated. If it did, please like, share, subscribe, comment down below. Please hit the bell notification to be updated as to when I post new readings. Thank you, air signs.